back, everyone. In today's episode, I'm going to be taking apart the Spyderco Stretch 2. And this is it right here. Quick story. This used to be mine. And I gave it to my buddy Nick for his birthday. And he has certainly put it to use. You can see there's quite a few spots of rust. So I'll be disassembling it, cleaning it up a little bit as much as I can, and then getting it back together for him. This is the K390 steel option with kind of a darker teal color FRN scales. It's got that bi-directional texturing here. All right, let's try and think. Let's polish the blade out first. So I do have Flitz, which is a metal polish. I've been using this for quite a while now, a few years, probably longer. And it started off when I just wanted something as a backup in case, because I was getting a lot of tool steels and I wanted to make sure I could remove any rust or discolorations that I didn't want. Yeah. It's not really coming out. Let's see. Let's give it a little bit. There's some on this side too. Tell a quick story while I'm at it. So when I first started getting into knives, I got a bunch of tool steels. Spydercos are great about coming in with all the different steel options. And I would use it, for food prep. It would start build a patina on it, and then I'll take it off with Flitz. But as I continue my journey, I really started to enjoy how a knife looks, especially tool steels, when you built up that patina. So I don't, for the most part, no longer use the Flitz to take out the patina. Doesn't seem like it's really going to come out, so let's see. I probably need something more abrasive to get it off. This portion of me doing this, if it gets boring, just skip ahead. I will chapter this out so you can. So I took some of it off. Let's see. I'm just going to do that for now, but I'll jump into the disassembly so that way I can maybe do another coat of the Flitz afterwards. All right, let's get into the disassembly. On here, it felt a little gritty, so I feel like, why not disassemble it, clean it up, and just double check what I need. So we got T8 for the pivot, T6 for the body screws. What I kind of like about the lightweight models is that these are just pins, so it screws directly into it, rather than, let's say, a standoff where you would need to, I guess a standoff is kind of, in a sense, one side screwed in, so you wouldn't have to take out both sides. But I like this pin model. It kind of gives it a cleaner look on the presentation side if you're right-handed carry. pop out the pivot. Go. Actually, I believe you're gonna have to take off the pocket clip. So let me go ahead and do that first. And his pocket clip got bent a little bit, so I'm gonna try to remedy that by carefully bending it back. And if not, I have an extra Spyderco clip that I can probably use for that. So let's see. Grab some more tools. Okay, there we go. It's a liner with the washer. So let's move the washer out first. It's a lock bar. This pin's about to fall off, so I'll take that out first. Pivot pin. It's the spring, so to speak. Well, this is what creates the tension for the back spring. Oh, more pins are falling out. Okay. All right, so that's the lower body pin. Second one, third, and let's call this the fourth. And that's the back spacer. All right, so you got your liners, your washers, as your back lock bar. This is the pretty much acts as a spring. Your back spacer, scales, liners. All right. So there's some rust on the liners as well, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Flitz to kind of give it a nice polish. You don't need much of it also, just a very light layer of Flitz goes a long way. All right, so I'm gonna set that one aside first. Let's do the other liner. It does polish up nicely with the Flitz. this one aside as well. And for the scales, I'm just going to use my rubbing alcohol to clean those up. Give it a nice little once around. This one as well. This one's set, dry up. Let's hit up the back spacer. There you go. Pins, I'm just gonna quickly rub them, give it a little touch with the rubbing alcohol as well. Okay. And now on to the back lock bar. Let's do the same for the spring bar. I don't know what to call this. And let's get to the knife. Okay. Oh, now the washers. Might as well do the pivot. Okay, let's get this back together, shall we? Okay. Don't be alarmed by the awkward silence. I'm just concentrating on getting this back together. Okay. Those in there. Fell right out. Oh, there goes another one. I'll use my fingers to hold them all in if I can. Okay, now let's get this pivot in. Something to note, there's a lot of pressure right here as you're holding down the back spring, so just be careful. Come on, pivot. Oh no, it's all falling out. All right, I'm gonna leave the bottom one off. Right here. I'm gonna put this one on first. All right, let's get some lube on that washer. That was done very sloppily. Okay. Okay. Let's get that liner washer on first. Give it a nice little twirl. Now I know it looks kind of like, it's not even flush, but it should all tie in together once you start screwing it back in. So what do I got? I got let's get the pivot in real quick. I'm not going to tighten it up. I'll do that at the end. As long as it's catching, you're good. If it starts free spinning, then something's not aligned. Oh, not this one. There we go. Yeah. Tighten the back one first, the bottom one. So move on to this. Ooh, this one popped up. And all I'm doing is I'm pressing down on this side to make sure it catches and screws in. Yep. As you tighten it, it just brings everything together so you won't see those gaps anymore. Let's get that pivot tightened up. Tighten up all the way, and I'm going to back it out and then start tuning it to see. So that's a little loose. Do about half a turn. You still hear a little bit of grittiness, but Check for blade play. Oh, it's pretty solid. A touch of blade play. A little more. Centering is maybe a tad more on this side. Blade play, practically gone. Quarter turn. Let's try that. Oh, it's a little stiff now. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. I think that works. Oh. So onto that pocket clip. So I'm gonna pop these screws out. So the line there, it's quite the gap. Let me just show you. So if it was tightened up right here, that's how much of a gap there is. That's quite a bit. My experience with trying to bend Spyderco clips or any stainless steel pocket clips, it doesn't work very well. At least not from the methods I've tried, which really is just using 2 pliers, pulling down, just trying to bend it back. I did it once before. Well, I tried it on my Maddox 2 a long time ago and it snapped. So I'm not sure how well this is going to turn out, but oh, let's see, is it better? Let's see. Is that gap smaller? Slightly. All right, let's keep going. Just go little by little if you're gonna do this. I actually do not advocate for this because, again, my first time trying this was on my Maddox 2 S10V, and it snapped the pocket clip. So I'm just gonna try it because I do have a spare pocket clip if this doesn't work. But it looks like it's working. Look at that. Maybe just a little bit more. Oh, this is exciting. I mean, with titanium pocket clips, it's easy to bend that back and forth. For instance, like a titanium clip on a Chris Reeve. But I've never successfully done it on a stainless steel pocket clip on a Spyderco. It needs a little bit more. It's better to go little by little than to overextend and snap the clip. It's pretty solid. I don't hear any tapping. All right, let's just go with that. I don't want to push my luck and end up snapping this pocket clip. Get my T6 back on. All right. Then let's tighten this up. Oh, it's solid. I'm excited. I was quite skeptic about bending this clip. The gap is gone. There we go. Oh, I didn't. Maybe the slightest gap still, but it's certainly better than before. So hopefully this does a better job at securing into the pocket. I'm just gonna test in my pocket real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it's good. All right. So that sums it up. I'm probably gonna continue to try to knock out some of these rust spots on the steel, on the blade. But this pretty much sums up the disassembly, reassembly, a bit of cleaning up as well. Anywho, Appreciate you tuning in. Drop any comments, questions you have, and I will see you on, well, I won't see you literally, but hopefully you'll tune in on the next video. As always, stay frosty.